everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Life with Patty, and welcome into my kitchen. Well, I'm having a lovely day off today. It's my day off, and I've just been relaxing at home all day. It's now 10 to 5 in the evening, and so it's time to get dinner ready. So I thought, hey, let's cook together tonight. I'm making a meatloaf tonight, you guys. That's one of our absolute most favorite things to cook. We love, or to eat, I should say. We love meatloaf, and I make it different, it seems like, every time. And if I look back on my playlist for cooking, I probably see 4 or 5 different recipes for meatloaf. They're always different with me, so there's no right or wrong recipe when it comes to meatloaf. It's just whatever you have on hand. Now, for those of you that are new with me, you'll watch this and you'll think, good God, there's only 2 of you and you're making all this meatloaf. And those of you that have followed me for a long time will say, yep, that's right, that's how Patty cooks. So when I make meatloaf, I make a big pan because we then will eat sandwiches off of it. We'll have leftovers for lunch, leftovers for dinner. This meatloaf will last us a week. And until we're literally almost sick and tired of it. But is that possible to get sick and tired of meatloaf? So, alright, I just grabbed things in my refrigerator and refrigerator and cupboards that I'm going to throw into this meatloaf. And so I don't even think I'll put a recipe in the description box because there's no exact recipe to this. Just watch this whole video all the way through, watch what I put in there, and you choose if you want that in your meatloaf or not. So the first thing I'm going to do is pop this, oh, it's still frozen down there, darn it, hamburger in here. Let's see, how much do I have here? Oh my gosh, 3 pounds. Oh, that's a lot of meatloaf, huh? Well, this one might be bigger than normal. What the heck happened? Oh, okay. So hold on a minute. No, I'm going to use this one. I'll break this up a little bit in here since it's still frozen a little bit. Darn it. It'll be okay. We'll work it out, right? We'll work it out. Now, I have a pound of our own hot sausage. So, this is from our pig, but you can get any sausage at the grocery store that you want. If you don't eat pork or you don't like sausage, that's okay. Like I said, everything that I put in here can be substituted or taken out. You can even put ground turkey in here instead of ground beef. So I have a pound of that. So we actually have 4 pounds of meat going on here. That's a little more than I normally do, even for me. But we're going to cut up this, we're going to chop up this frozen meat here so that it will be more pliable. So it's 81 here today, but it's overcast. It's really weird. It's 81. When you walk outside, it's warm, but the sun is not shining bright, and it's a little windy. They're even predicting tomorrow for us to have a 50% chance of rain. I don't mind the rain because it kind of cleans up the air and it settles the dust. You know, my car gets so dirty because we live out in the country, and going down my dirt road to get into the, you know, where we live, we go down a half-mile dirt road, and so it's nice when it rains because it settles the dirt on the driveway. Alright, I gotta go wash my hands real quick. So we got our meat in there. We got ground beef and ground sausage in there. I have a packet of the Hidden Valley Ranch dressing mix, and I'm going to open that up and put that in there for seasonings. You would be amazed. I used the ranch dressing seasoning packet for a lot of different things, and it really has everything in there that you need. So we're going to sprinkle that right in there. And then I have a sleeve of Ritz crackers, and we're going to crunch those up and put those right in there as well. And I do have breadcrumbs, but I wanted to use up these Ritz crackers because it came in a jumbo bag, or a jumbo box, and this is the last one I have, so let's get it used up, get it out of there, you know what I'm saying? So we're just going to crush that up and put it right in there instead of breadcrumbs. We're going to put the whole sleeve in there since I got, 15 pounds of meat. Might be exaggerating a tad bit, but not by far, right? Oh my goodness. Alright. Well, there is our one package of Ritz crackers. I'm sure you just heard my timer go off. That is that I have my oven set at 375 degrees. And that's what we're going to cook it at. Most people can cook at 350, but my stove seems to cook a little light, so we're going to do 375. Okay, I got a half of an onion here that was in a Ziploc bag that I want to get rid of. This is the wonderful thing about meatloaf as well, is that you can use up lots of stuff you have in your refrigerator that is going bad. Some people even put chopped carrots in here. Whatever you have that you want to get rid of, throw it in there. We love onions and garlic, so don't have to tell us twice about that, you know. And then, bad me, I opened another onion when I still have the other one, so we're going to use the rest of this one up as well. Yay! I'm going to use up 2 leftover onions. Like I said, we love garlic, so I've got one of these packages of the peeled garlic. That's how I like to buy it. During the pandemic for a while, I mean, I know we're still going through it, but the grocery stores are getting better. But for a while, I couldn't get the peeled garlic, and I'm so spoiled with having the peeled garlic. I'm like, what? I have to peel garlic? So I ended up getting the minced garlic because I didn't want to have to peel garlic. Is that crazy or what? But I love to eat garlic bulbs. I should do that one day. To roast the garlic bulbs, and then you have it with brie cheese and crackers. Oh, that's so yummy. Alright, so here is our garlic. Into the pan it goes. With a pot, I should say. I'm going to move this out of my way. And I have a bell pepper, a yellow bell pepper that is starting to go soft, but it's okay to be soft in the meatloaf because it's going to cook up. Alright guys, and that way I'm not wasting it. Just got one little piece here that's got a blemish on it. It's funny, I used to not like bell peppers whatsoever, and now, I don't know, my taste buds change, you know, and now I love them. So I always have to save out a little piece. So I bought this bell pepper in a package of 3. 1 yellow, 1 orange, and 1 red. So I still have the other 2. So I gotta get them used up. I had said I was gonna make a frittata today, and that didn't happen. So if I do that tomorrow, I think I'll use the red bell pepper in there. There's no rhyme or reason or pretty cutting here. I just chop it up because it's going to all bake down in there. It's not like it's in presentation on the plate on the side or something, you know. So we're just going to cut it all up real well. Just let it bake down in there. Alright. And it goes. And then I have some leftover celery. I'm going to cut off this edge right here. And then I'm just going to chop some with the leaves and everything in the small stalk. All that can go right into the mixture. And it's a good way to use up a lot of your celery. So now I just have a little bit more in there. We could use it for something else that we're cooking. That bell pepper's so juicy. And you know what? If you're counting calories, a bell pepper's like, I don't know, 10 calories, 15 calories for the whole bell pepper. Just don't dip it in ranch. Okay, so we got some mushrooms here. I'm not going to put them all in, but I will put some. And look at how they chop them. They're very big, so we're going to chop them down a little bit, just so they're smaller. I don't want to just bite into one whole piece of mushroom. But they would be good as a mushroom sandwich because they're so big, like a portobello. And you know, if you want to be more, what do I want to say? Carb friendly to this recipe, instead of putting the crackers in, you can put isn't there like Planko breadcrumbs or something like that? You can put that in there. In all honesty, you probably wouldn't even need the breadcrumbs at all. You don't have to have that in there. Alright. Well, I'll save this for our frittata. Like I said, if I ever make it. And it goes. That out of the way. Now I buy the big bag of grated cheese, and this is the Colby Jack cheese. I just like to have a big bag on hand because you never know what you're going to use it for. We always use it up. So we're going to put a couple handfuls of cheese in here. Yeah. That's going to be a big mixing job, huh? And let's see, we just have a few more items. Let's get this out of the way. We are going to put 3 large eggs in here. Don't worry, folks. I have more eggs in the fridge. Oh, that's my timer for my water outside. I'm watering my lawn, and I like to put the timer on because then it reminds me to go change it, but it will be fine for a few minutes. Alright, here we go. 1 cup of milk. And going to take off my ring because I would hate to get one of my diamonds fall off in there or something, you know. Okay, in we go. Some people like to use gloves. We're just going to get this all mixed up in here. I probably should have mixed as I went because this one is so big. It is a big one. We want it to be all nice and mixed up. Might not all fit in that pan. We might have to use another little pan. I might be taking some of this to my coworker, Rosanna. Alright, looking very good. This is going to bake in the oven at 375 degrees for about an hour. And then for the topping, I'm just going to tell you about the topping because I don't want the video to go on and on forever. So for the topping, I put barbecue sauce, mustard, ketchup, Worcestershire sauce, and brown sugar. And I mix that all together. And about 45 minutes into this baking, I'll pull that out and I'll spread that mixture all over this meatloaf. And then put back in the oven for about 15 more minutes and drain off any excess, you know, juices we have from the fat. And so we'll drain those juices off and put the topping on. And put it back in for 15 minutes. And then it just makes it so delicious. So let me wash my hands again. Get that pan soaking. Clean up my mess a little bit. Alright, let me show you the meatloaf. Look at that big bad boy right there. Woo! We're going to pop that in the oven. It is 10 after 5. So at 10 after 6, we're going to, or no, at about 5 minutes to 6, we're going to pull it out and put the topping on it. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to make this topping like I told you with brown sugar, barbecue sauce, mustard. I have to go get the Worcestershire sauce and mix that all up. And I just dump a bunch in, you know. I mean, honestly, I'll use about half of this jar, a couple squirts of each one of this, probably a cup of the sugar, maybe a half a cup, and some Worcestershire sauce, okay? So I'll see you back here when I'm ready to do a taste test with you. Okay guys, so here's our meatloaf. We're going to have some asparagus with it and also some mashed potatoes. I just haven't served those up yet, but I wanted to do a little taste test with you and see how it turned out. I just love meatloaf. Now I get to eat it all week because we made such a big pan. Doesn't that look delicious? Alright you guys, we're going to go enjoy our dinner. Put in the comments below what you're having for dinner tonight. This is going to post in the morning, but if you already know ahead of time what you're going to have for dinner, put that in the comments below. I love to get new ideas of different things to cook. So I'll talk to you guys again real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.